To our steadfast, patient, and faithful people in mighty Gaza, to the sons of our people everywhere, to the masses of our Islamic and Arab nation, and to all the free people of the world, peace be upon you, and the mercy and blessings of Allah. For months have passed since the Zionist enemy resumed its savage, Nazi-like aggression against our people in the Gaza Strip, after betraying the agreements and turning against the deal made with the resistance back in January of this year. After lying to mediators and the world, the enemy returned to seek a delusional victory and continue its sadistic crimes against civilians and children, practicing its gang-like policy of systematic destruction of neighborhoods, towns, and civilian areas. This war, lasting 21 months so far, has highlighted the mountainous steadiness of our fighters and heroic resistance, the patience of our majestic people akin to that of the prophets, and the disgrace and shame of the wicked, usurping occupiers. We've also seen painful abandonment from many so-called brothers in blood, Arabaism, and Islam, except for those whom Allah has shown mercy from among the sincere, the striving fighters, and the oppressed but conscious peoples, along with righteous humanitarians around the world. To the leaders of the Islamic and Arab world, to its scholars, elites, and major parties. You are our adversaries before Allah. You are the adversaries of every orphan child, every grieving mother, every displaced and wounded soul. The blood on your hands weighs heavily. This criminal holocaust could not have happened so openly had the enemy not felt safe in your silence and had not purchased your betrayal. We see with pain how our enemy tramples over this ummah, knowing fully its cowardice and weakness. Can a mighty nation not even ensure food, water, and medicine reaches the starving and besieged people of Gaza? Must we now let the blood of Gaza flow in vain, while our sacred lands are turned into ruins for a future Zionist empire? May the eyes of the cowards never sleep. We salute our brothers in Yemen, wise and faithful, especially the armed forces and Ansar Allah, for their unwavering support of Palestine and Gaza. They opened an active front that shamed others and proved, with action, what many large Arab and Islamic parties only posture about. We also greatly appreciate all the free peoples of the world who continue their solidarity efforts, break the siege, and use all means to expose this criminal enemy, even at great personal risk. We strongly support the unified negotiating delegation of the Palestinian resistance in indirect talks with the enemy. Despite our repeated offers over the past months to deliver all enemy captives in one unified deal, the war criminal Netanyahu and his ministers rejected it. They clearly do not value their soldiers, having prepared their public to accept their deaths. Still, we have tried to ensure their survival as best we can. We hope the talks yield an agreement that ends war, sees withdrawal, and brings aid to our people. However, if the enemy again withdraws, as it did many times, then we may not return to partial deals, or to proposals involving just 10 prisoners. As the enemy fails to defeat the resistance, it turns to horrendous war crimes, genocide, collective punishment, and ethnic cleansing, publicly supported by the US administration. The Zionist regime gloats about demolishing homes and creating concentration camps under false humanitarian pretenses. It tries to replicate old crimes, as if shedding others' blood will cure its deep, historical traumas. If the world accepts this, then the myth of anti-Semitism they've used for decades becomes farcical. The truth, peoples hate Zionists not because of who they are, but because of what they do. Their use of Arab-faced collaborators and mercenaries proves nothing but desperation. These puppets are doomed, they represent no one, and the people reject their treason. We urge these agents to repent before it's too late. Otherwise, their end will be a cautionary tale. We thank the noble families who dissociated themselves from such traitors.
Triumphing for the oppressed Palestinian people and their dear mujahideen, and in response to the crime of genocide perpetrated by the Zionist enemy against our people in the Gaza Strip. The missile force of the Yemeni armed forces carried out a qualitative military operation targeting Lod Airport in the occupied Jaffa region using a Palestine II hypersonic ballistic missile. The operation successfully achieved its goal, thanks to Allah, causing millions of herds of usurping Zionists to flee to shelters and halting airport operations. The Yemeni armed forces call on all the people of the Arab and Islamic nation to come out in support of our brothers in Gaza, as their pain has intensified and their fear has increased, as they are subjected to an unjust, unending siege and a sinful, relentless aggression. If you cannot stand up for your religion, then stand up for your Arab identity. If you cannot stand up for your Arab identity, then stand up for your humanity. If the criminal enemy succeeds in implementing its plan in Gaza, your turn will come sooner or later. O Allah, let this be reached out. O Allah, bear witness. Our operations will continue until the aggression against Gaza stops and the siege is lifted.